Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a heavy tank number 6. It's a Japanese tier 6 premium heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Redshire Encounter and it's under the command of FiliPer1n0. Well, this tank is basically the same as Tiger 131 with slightly less radio range. They're basically identical. 88mm gun, it's the L56. It's capable of doing 220 alpha and penetrating 145mm with standard ammo, and with the premium rounds, the APCR, it'll go through 194mm. So fairly decent penetration, 88mm or 8.8cm. Yep. It's basically the same as Tiger 131 at Bovington, but you might notice some slight differences. There are some differences on this tank compared to 131, like those pipes on the back. Yep, not quite the same. Now basically the heavy tank number 6 is a figment of Wargaming's imagination, because although the Japanese actually bought a Tiger tank and they got all the plans to actually build them, they never actually received them. They paid 645,000 right marks for a Tiger which was built, and it was kept in storage in Belgium, and then it was used during the Allied invasion, but it was never delivered to the Japanese. It was going to be taken out there on a U-boat, disassembled of course, but it never happened. Now one of the Tigers only cost 300,000 right marks to actually build, but you could build 6 Mark IIIs for the same price as a Tiger. But the Tiger was so good, the Japanese wanted it because obviously it could defeat anything the Americans put into the Pacific. Because of course most of the American tanks in the Pacific were M4s. And well, the Tiger is easily capable of defeating an M4. So that's why the Japanese wanted one. Well, seeing as this is an encounter game, it's all about the cap. And we've got a P43 Biz over there. Now if he's got the top gun, he's got a 90mm, and yes, he has got the 90mm 240 alpha. He just bounced around off our front, or rather didn't pen, but that penned. Low roll 196, go for the turret. Nope, didn't get it. Got that one in, and a high roll 244. Yeah, that P43 doesn't like it. He fired one back and he gets a second pen, and again another high roll 238. Now he keeps dropping in, dropping out of the cap from this angle, and there are Arty in the game, so he does need to be careful because he might get stunned. Go for the IS on the other side, can't get him because he's actually turned. P43 is still there, only 6 hit points left though. You could probably hit him with an HE round and it'd be enough to take him out of the game, but he's still firing the APCR. Oh, that's easy, that one. Right into the rear of the turret of the P43, didn't stand a chance. So, who's going to be the next victim? I think it's probably going to be that KV2, but he would need to move in his current position, and now he's got the company of an Oni who's kind of big and is going to restrict his freedom to move about. Ah, enemy Arty. Just got stunned, got rid of it straight away with the first aid kit. T-3485's made his way into the cap to block us, and he's engaging the Leo, and he's killed him with reverse side scraping on the wreck. No, that one didn't go in. Use the wreck for cover. Ideally he ought to turn. Ow, took a round in the side, and now he's got company of another enemy heavy. He's got to get surely he's got to turn around to deal with the KV3. Still side on to these guys, trying to use his gun depression over the side. Got slightly better gun depression over the side than you have over the front actually in this vehicle. Yep, got the T-3485, nice shot, but low roll 213. Go for it again. Oh, kill! Yeah, good shot, right at the top of the turret. Go for it again. Yep, Gapola. KV3. Working it. Yes. High roll. KV3's under pressure. He's being pushed back. Now back. That's it. Yes. Good shot. Got his third kill actually. Yeah, I forget about the P43. Okay, so he's going to get around this ONI because I think he wants to get at the other enemies. There's an SU-122-44 fairly nearby. There's a KV2 over there that you can probably get. He's getting closer to the cap area. There's the IS. He's well angled. Go for the KV2. Easy shot into the hull. KV2 with a big derp gun. Pulls behind the wreck. Oh, another hit. 218 kill shot. Easy, right into the weak spot, just underneath the mantlet. Perfect shooting. Now, T-3485M, he'll only have the top of the vehicle to deal with if he pops up. Oh, he's got the side! And that T-3485M was actually more concerned about the guys on the other side of that ridgeline instead of paying attention to who's actually looking at him on the side. But there's another enemy to our left. He's got one into the Black Prince. The IS is on top of the hill. Goes for the engine bay of the Black Prince. Gets him. High roll. 263. He's a one-shot. And he's now looking at the IS thinking, oops. Yeah. Be careful. Black Prince is not going to play ball. He's not going to poke out because he knows he would get killed. Now the gun depression isn't great on the Tiger, but it's something. Gets around into the IS. It's better than the gun depression on the Soviet tanks. He blocked a shot from the Cromwell. Yeah, Cromwell's worst nightmare was coming across the Tiger because Cromwells could not penetrate them unless they hit the right spot. And the IS has come down off the top of the hill and he puts round into the KV2 and kills him, and that's his top gun. Go for the Cromwell. Get the kill. Yes. 109. There's only one enemy left. It's this one. It's the IS. Oh, he's got the engine bay. Oh, he's tracked the guy and he's going in for the ram kill and he gets it. And that is Radley Walters on a ram kill. That's the way to play it. He actually killed a higher tier tank with his tier 6 heavy. Wow. And the second replay is on Province. The heavy tank number 6, still ready to go. Game on. Well, as I mentioned, this tank actually never fought with the Japanese forces. I'm afraid they never got their hands on a real live Tiger, although they paid for one. In fact, they paid for enough for two, but they never got them. They only got the plans, and they just didn't get around to building any because, well, steel was in short supply when they first obtained it, or rather obtained the plans in 1944. Tiger number 6, or heavy tank number 6, is basically a Tiger 131, but in other clothes. Just got slightly lower radio range than the Tiger 131, which of course is the only operational Tiger in the world currently at Bovington. Well, he's got a teammate trying to squeeze his way past, and of course he quite nicely slotted him into the wall by just moving slightly to the to the right. He didn't want that guy to pass him. Now the problem with actually going up this side here is that you have got your side to the enemy, which of course it's fairly easy to penetrate the side of a Tiger if you hit it in the right spot. But the enemy is going to proxy spot you if you get far enough up here, and then you can get enemies from the other side of the valley shooting at you. But what he's decided to do instead is use these rocks to shoot at the enemy. And that Su-76 is about to get a nasty surprise. Yep, 219, which is a low roll. He wasn't loaded in time to get the Skoda. Ooh, Su-76 comes back for some more, and he actually gets taken out. That was a bad choice, that was. That was a tier 4 tank destroyer being taken out by a tier 6 heavy. And he engages the TOG, and the TOG's only able to get one 17-pounder round in. He gets two 88mm rounds into him instead. And yeah, this is going to be a very unfair exchange rate. If he keeps firing into that TOG, the TOG's going to suffer. Because remember, it's an 88mm round going one way and a 76mm round coming the other. Albeit a high velocity round capable of penetrating a Tiger. He could just do much more damage. The only saving grace of the TOG is that it's got a faster fire rate, but of course he's dominating the exchange rate by pulling back into cover, so he has to pull out when he's ready. Okay, AMX-40, the duck. Oh, he doesn't pen! And he blocks the shot, came from the duck, but go for the cupola. Yeah, no problem. That guy's going to be gone in 2 shots. He pulls back in because he knows he would be killed with the next shot. Over there we've got a Matilda trying to go up the rise. So we turn the gun, aim for the engine bay. And that one definitely hit, but we didn't see how much damage. He's firing a blind shot. No, didn't get that. The TOG's still there. It's going to take 2 shots to kill him though. And oh, we've been joined by a VK3001P. 1 shot on him. Yep, he's gone. The TOG didn't try to intervene. Panzer 4H. Yep, no problem. Low roll though, 200. Will the TOG come out? Yes, he does come out to play, but he's now 1 shot. He does get one 17-pounder round into us. And FiliPer1n0 is trying to get the gun depression to work on that Panzer 4H, but he can't. So he's... Oh, and the TOG's gone. So now he can devote all his attention to that Panzer Mark IV. Yeah. Oh, didn't get it. Try it this time. Try it this time. Yes. Gets it in, but it's not a kill shot. This one will be a kill shot though. And it's got that. So that's 3 kills. AMX 12 ton. Tried to get that through the drive wheel. Go for it again. Yes, gets it in. Bounces around, comes from the other side of the valley. The Skoda, who knows better than to expose himself, and then goes straight into a KV2. And he'll have to pull back, that Skoda. He can't withstand that sort of shell. Oh, and he's gone. Okay, so there's only 5 enemies left, facing 8 on FiliPer1n0's side, and there's this Su-76G somewhere in those bushes. That's the tank destroyer. He's using the Rex for cover at the moment. Blind firing. I think that was in the right direction. His teammate's getting in the way, and that's an M10 RBFM. And the M10 has lost virtually all of his hit points. He's trying to get round the corner. Unfortunately, he couldn't hook it round. And he takes another round from the Su-76G FT. That's the Chinese tank destroyer. They're both using the Rex for cover. Now, there's the Matilda. Yes! Good hit. Low roll, but it's 217. 1 more shot to kill. And he gets it. 3 enemies left. He's potentially got the high caliber. There's the M10 RBFM. Just on that corner. Thank you very much. Easy shot. 240. High roll. He bounced the round that came back. Can he get the kill shot? No, because the Bishop gets him instead. So back we go to the Rex. That M10 is hogging those Rex at the moment, but he is very low on hit points. Just don't know where that Su-76G FT is, so we're blind firing into the bushes. What we really need to do is get the Hetzer to go up the hill, distract the tank destroyers, and then we can move in. There's 2 Su-76G FTs in those bushes. Oh, he's decided to make a run for that rock. And then after that he runs for the next rock, but obviously he's probably going to take a round from the Su-76. Doesn't want to because it could be a one-shot. Wait for the Hetzer to turn up. The M10's going the other side. Okay, there's another Su-76M turning up. That's the Soviet version. Tier 4 tank destroyer. Oh, there's one of them. Okay, he spotted one of them. And the M10's trying to back up and shoot at him as well. You're getting in the way. And he's going to get killed if he does that. Well, he's decided to dash to the other rock, and he has found the last one. And he must have been hit by some of the shots we fired because he's very low on hit points. And he gets killed by the M10, who's very lucky to survive that game because he only had 15 hit points left at the end. So let's have a look at the results for the first battle. Well, the first battle on Redshire in the encounter game, he managed to get an ace tanker in that game. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 9, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks that damaged him, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He got a Radley Walters. He killed 8 of the enemy in that game. He also got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and when he killed the IS, who was a higher tier than himself, with a ram kill, he got the kamikaze as well, and that's kind of suitable considering, or kind of apt, considering he's a Japanese tank killing a Soviet tank right at the end. If we look at the team score, we can see that he did the highest damage with 3,700 hit points, the next high scorer being the E25, and after that the Cromwell beat on the enemy team. And when it came to basic number of kills, he had 4 times more than any other. He had 8 kills, 2 kills to the 45 TP, the Tiger 131, the P43 Biz on the enemy team and their KV2. And when it came to base XP, he was, yes, again, nearly double the next highest, nearly double, I say, not quite double. 1,825 to FiliPer1n0, 957 to the MX-13 F3 on his own team, 908 to the Tiger 131. He fired 26 rounds in that game, got 22 direct hits and 21 penetrations. Damage of 3,700 hit points, all of it at close range. Received 5 hits from the enemy, 2 of those penetrations, 3 non-penetrations and 1 hit by way of splash as well from the enemy Arty. 765 hit points of damage blocked by armour. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 8 and 357 hit points of damage assistance. And he got 2 capture points and 13 defence points in the game. On a premium count, he earned 56,031 credits, got 25,214 credits from battle payments, total 109,261, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, still took away a profit even after he fired a fair amount of APCR just to get the pen, and that ended up with a profit of 4,208 credits. If he'd had a standard account, he would have made a loss, so having a premium account actually cost him, or actually earned him, some credits. 1,825 XP, 1,369 from personal missions, and 821 for this being a premium vehicle, and he took away 4,928 experience points altogether. So a really good game in the first game on Redshire. How did he do on the Province map? Well, that was also an ace tanker in the heavy tank number 6. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 4 exactly, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. In this one, he ended up with a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game, and a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. He did 4,239 hit points of damage in this game, and the next high score after that was the Su-76 GFT with 2,352, followed by the Stug Aslains, is that B? Yes, it's the B version, 1,270 hit points to him, and then the next high after that was the other Su-76 GFT, 1,222, so these guys were working hard. When it came to kills, he managed to get 4 kills. Also, the Su-76 GFT got 4, one of them did. 3 kills to the M10 RBFM, 2 kills to the Bishop, the Jagdpanzer, the Stug 3B. And when it came to base XP, he was again ahead of the enemy. In fact, this time round, he was more than double the next highest scorer. 1,591 base to FiliPer1n0, 663 goes to the Stug 3 Aslains B, and 564 goes to the Matilda 4. He fired 32 rounds in this one, got 22 direct hits and 21 penetrations, damage of 4,239 hit points, of which 890 were at more than 300 metres. Those were the shots he fired across the valley. 13 hits received from the enemy, only 6 of which actually penetrated, 7 non-penetrations. Most of the penetrating shots came from the TOG 2, firing at him. Of course, he had the 17-pounder gun, which was able to pen his armour, but every shot that he was firing at FiliPer1n0, one was coming back, which was much bigger in capacity and did more damage. 7 non-penetrations and block damage of 795 hit points in total. Spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 455 hit points of damage resistance. He earned 60,248 credits with that one, got 27,112 from battle payments, total 117,484. He really worked this one. And because he didn't use much in the way of premium ammo in this game, he actually ended up with a much bigger profit, 85,448 credits profit in this end. I don't think he actually used any premium ammo at all in this game. 1,591 XP, 716 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 3,103 experience points altogether. So 2 very good games in the heavy tank number 6, which is an underestimated tank in most people's garage. It can be used as a crew trainer, and it's very good for that purpose, but it's a very difficult tank to play because basically it is just a Tiger in other clothes. It doesn't have as good a radio range as the standard Tiger, but I guess you can practice in this one because this is tier 6 and the standard Tiger 1 is tier 7. So you can practice in a tier 6 to get the hang of it on much lower and lower tier opponents. And then obviously once you've got the hang of it, then obviously you can move up to the tier 7 German Tiger and play that one well. Of course, it is basically a Tiger 131, as I said, in other clothes. So it's the same thing, a premium Tiger tank, but this one is a Japanese, so of course you use it for the Japanese heavies. So great games there by FiliPer1n0, a nice little double header. I've got one more replay, I think, for FiliPer1n0 coming up sometime in the near future, but we've also got a replay by Oppenheimer, so hopefully I'll squeeze that one in very shortly. Thanks for watching.